What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Wrestling City. As always, I'm Taylor, and this is your Monday Night Raw review for December 1st, 2025. This is the fallout from a very underwhelming Survivor Series War Games that took place Saturday night. But according to Triple H, he thought Survivor Series was the best premium live event in 2025. It's not even close. I wouldn't even put it in the. I probably wouldn't even put it in the top five. Nothing, in my opinion, is going to top Elimination Chamber or Evolution, the all women's PLE. I don't think any PLE they've done other than those two have been very good. But Triple H, he likes to go out there and spew a bunch of nonsense. That's all it is. And then it didn't help that earlier today he stated that tonight's Raw was going to be epic. He loves to throw these buzzwords out there. Tonight's going to be the start of a new era. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be epic. It's going to be cinema. Whatever buzzword he wants to use. And I just wish he would just shut up and just book the shows. Because I feel like every time he says something like that, it he disappoints. That he doesn't have a very good track record of throwing out these buzzwords before a show, and nothing happens. The only epic thing we got tonight, in my opinion, was that Braun Breaker promo. That Braun Breaker promo was hell. That might be the best promo I've heard this year. All these guys, girls, whatever, that want to come out there and say that Braun Breaker isn't ready to be a world champion. He just shut all those people up in about 5 minutes. Not even that. That was the best promo I've heard all year. I just it baffles me that all these people will come out here and say that he's not ready to be a world champion. He is more than ready to be a world champion, and that promo right there proved it. I'll get into a little bit of more what he said and whatnot in just a little bit, but it is official. January 5th, 2026, Monday Night Raw, Barclays Center. CM Punk will defend his World Heavyweight Championship against Braun Breaker. And WWE needs to make the right choice here. They need to put the title on Braun Breaker. They should have put the title on Braun Breaker after Seth Rollins had to vacate the title. But they like to play it safe. They've been playing it safe all year. They don't like to have any fun. Well, I'm hoping that 2026 things change where they stop playing it safe. You have got to put the title on Braun Breaker. He is more than ready. And then hopefully that leads to CM Punk where he gets tired of the division. He's tired of dealing with the division. He's tired of dealing with Braun Breaker, Paul Heyman, and he decides to move to Friday Night SmackDown. Get him over to Friday Night SmackDown and also get him over to SmackDown so he can challenge Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. That's still what I want to see. So get the title off CM Punk because you need to put it on Braun Breaker, especially after that promo he cut tonight. That right there, my goodness, man, what a promo. But yes, get CM Punk over to SmackDown after that. Put him in the Elimination Chamber because it's going to be in his hometown of Chicago. He can win the Elimination Chamber, go on to WrestleMania, and challenge Cody Rhodes. Now it'll be kind of odd how they would do that since he had just lost the World Heavyweight Championship and now he wants to go after the WWE Championship, but I'm sure they could make sense of it. So that's what I want to see. I just want to see Braun Breaker with a World Heavyweight Championship. I've been wanting to see that for a while now, especially ever since Seth Rollins went down with that injury. So, but let's get into this Monday Night Raw that was not epic. It was okay, but it wasn't epic. Not even close to being epic. So we kicked off the show with not Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte did come out shortly after that, but they just went over their War Games match, and they did say that they are not done with the Kabuki Warriors, even though they got the win inside War Games. They want to go after the women's tag team titles. But then Charlotte and Alexa, they went down there and they also want to get back their women's tag team titles. So that would set up a main event match for us tonight, a tag team match. Alexa and Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. So that was pretty much what happened there. After that, we had LA Knight. He went on against Jay Uso. This is the semifinal match in the Last Time Is Now tournament, and they made the right call here. They gave the win to LA Knight, which I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This tournament has been, I mean, first of all, it's been cursed because you had Sheamus, they had to pull him out due to a quote unquote injury. And then Penta, he got hurt, so he had to be pulled out of the tournament as well for an injury. So, and this tournament hasn't been very good. There have been a few good matches. The only really good matches that we've gotten are if it was Gunther in a match or Carmelo Hayes in a match. That's about the only time we got a good match. But we did have the matches tonight were pretty solid. Gunther versus Solo Sikoa was a great match. Um, but LA Knight got the win here. So towards the end here, Jey Uso went for the splash, and I thought that was it. I was like, oh my gosh, Jey Uso is about to advance. But then LA Knight kicked out, rolled him up into a crucifix pinfall for the 1, 2, 3, and LA Knight advanced to the finals. And then after the match, Utso, he's like sitting in the ring. He's like lost for words, for a long moment before pulling himself to the floor as the crowd realizes he's hanging back and starts um, cheering for him. Jay bangs his head on the announce desk a few times in frustration before taking his anger out on the prime hydration station and the steel steps, throwing both around, and he's just crashing out after losing this match. This wasn't the last time we saw Jey Uso tonight, by the way. But all right, let's keep going. So next up, we had a Judgment Day segment. This was in the ring. So, oh, so Dominic Mysterio, he's out in the ring. He says John Cena is the greatest of all time, but he beat the greatest of all time, so that makes him the greatest Mysterio of all time. The greatest luchador of all time, the king of the luchadores, and once again, the greatest intercontinental champion of all time. Sorry, Dom, but you're not. That title belongs to Gunther. The greatest of all time, the greatest intercontinental championship of all time. That title belongs to Gunther. The title itself doesn't belong to Gunther because that title is beneath Gunther. But that title saying greatest intercontinental champion of all time, that belongs to Gunther. He said he couldn't have done it alone. He couldn't have done it without the boys, JD McDonough and Finn Balor, and of course without Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. And there's one person in particular he couldn't have done it without. So welcome back, Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan comes out. She says she's back and you didn't see her coming, but well, I saw her coming because I predicted that she was going to come back at Survivor Series. So but she said, you know who else didn't see me coming? John Cena. Didn't see her coming. Can't see me. Mysterio says they knew Cena was going to figure out their plan, so they decided to play the ace up their sleeve, and he got the two most important things in the world back: his title and his girlfriend. I thought his girlfriend was Roxanne Perez now. Hmm. Liv says it's great to be back, and she's so happy to see Raquel and Finn and JD. But since she's been gone, she's heard some things about Judgment Day, that they're weak and they've lost all of their gold, that they're falling apart. But all of that changes now because she's back, and the Judgment Day is back, and they're coming for everything that is theirs. So as of right now, they once again officially run Monday Night Raw. And oh, she has one more thing for Dom. She slaps him in the face and then hops into his arms, and they do the little, rub their nose together, and then she kisses his nose. This promo wasn't very good. I was hoping that they'd get into more of what's been going on since she's been back. I get that she mentioned that they've lost some of their gold, but you know, Finn Balor has been saying some stuff about her since she's been gone, and they pretty much replaced her with Roxanne Perez. Liv wasn't too. Um, she really didn't want Roxanne in the picture, but then Liv goes down, and then they just make Roxanne Perez a permanent member. I was hoping that they would have dug into that a little bit here. So yeah, not a very good promo here from Liv Morgan. She's had better promos in the past, but yeah, they could have went into a little bit more during this promo. Hopefully they dig into some of that in the next few weeks, but I would have liked to seen if they did that here tonight, but unfortunately they didn't. All right. Next up, we had a really good tag team title match between AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. They defended their titles against the New Day. And, for me, with the New Day, yes, I am kind of getting tired of seeing them in the tag team title picture. I wish we would see some other faces in there. We haven't seen the Cree brothers in quite some time. I don't know where they are. Um, and that's, the tag team division on Raw, it really needs some help. I really wish they would have. I mean, they could really use some of those tag teams over there on SmackDown. So it just it's not very good. But AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus the New Day tonight was a really good match. It kind of picked up really towards the end here. Um, so I'll go over here and just the ending of this match here. So all right, let's see here. I'll pick it from the commercial break. Tags made. Styles and Woods go at it. Styles rush takes him off his feet. Sliding forearm connects. Double teams. Get New Day back at it. New Day boom drop counter to a sunset flip. Nope. Calf killer a pride. Chaos on the apron, but AJ keeps his head in the game and tags Lee in. Whip across, assisted Liger bomb, still no. Dragon with boots up, sunset flip. Xavier rolls through and kicks Styles off the apron. That was a pretty good spot right there. Uh, Lee gets stuck in the Tree of Woe. Tag made. Suicide dive onto Styles. Kofi in with a drop kick to Dragon. Cover for two. Tag to Styles. He finally gets back up on the apron and gets in the ring. Suplexing Kofi in the ropes. Now, this spot was really good. So he suplexes Kofi onto the top rope. Dragon Lee's on the top rope on the turn in the corner. He jumps onto Kofi's back with a double stomp, and then that allows Kofi Kingston to bounce up off the ropes, and AJ Styles caught him midair and then planted him with a Styles Clash for the 1, 2, 3. That was a very clean sequence, and I enjoyed that. The crowd was eating this match up too. The crowd was really into it. Crowd was kind of hot for most of the show. They were in Glendale, Arizona tonight, and So, yeah, pretty good match. Later on in the night, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee said that they want to keep defending their titles. So Adam Pearce made a match between them two versus the War Raiders next Monday night on Raw. So I don't know. Hopefully things start picking up here in the tag team division, but we'll see how that goes. Um, all right, let's go into this. Oh, let's go into this Braun Breaker promo. So Breaker, this is I'm gonna pick up when Breaker picks the mic. He says he's a little upset tonight, and not because of who they are or Batman or whoever jumped the cage and tried to steal his moment on Saturday. No, he's disappointed at how easy it was to pin CM Punk because he did pin CM Punk inside War Games to give their team the win. He thought he'd have to go to a special place and find a new athleticism to face a guy he's watched coming up, only to get in the ring with him and find out that CM Punk is a soft ass bitch. And he said that with some intensity behind it, too. Um, he said Punk is no different than any other veteran living off past glory, no different than Seth Rollins holding talent down underneath him. Yikes. Not realizing that his wife is a bigger star than he is. Wow. He says on January 5th, it'll be a different kind of fight because on Saturday, Punk tried to break his neck. He pretty much did. I mean, I talked about this in the Survivor Series review where that spot that Breaker took from that electric chair, Breaker landed clearly directly on his neck. And like I said, that Braun Breaker is a bad ass. That's why they call him the badass. So he said Punk tried to break his neck, ruin his life, ruin his dreams, and take it all away from him. So he's then this is where he really gets into it. He then takes his jacket off at this point. He's going to ruin Punk's life and take his career and destroy every good moment, every good memory these people remember him for. And he didn't forget. Remember last year when CM Punk came to him in the hallway at WrestleMania to congratulate him and wonder if he can cut a promo with the big dogs? Well, consider the promo cut. He said when Punk is laying and looking at the lights on January 5th, he'll look into Braun's eyes and realize he's got nothing on the badass Braun Breaker, the real best in the world. Oh my goodness. I said it in the opening. I'll say it again. This was the best promo I have heard all year. And if I'm WWE, you have got to put the title on Braun Breaker on January 5th, 2026. I will keep saying this every week, every Raw review until it happens because it has got to happen. He is more than ready. He is more than ready. He proved that here tonight with the promo he just cut. He can go at it in the ring. He can go at it on the mic. He's ready. Put that title on his shoulder, around his waist on January 5th. Do it. Do it. All right, so after that, Jey Uso, he is walking backstage. He looks he still is upset after what occurred earlier in the night. He runs into Jackie Redmond. Jackie Redmond's trying to talk to him, trying to get his thoughts on what happened earlier in the night. Jey Uso he just kept walking. So he then she finally brings up Braun Breaker and that he is now the number one contender for CM Punk's world title. And then that finally got Jey Uso to stop. So he says he doesn't give a damn about Braun Breaker or the Vision, and there's a lot of people in his head that need to get out, and the only person that he can blame is the man looking in the mirror. He storms back to say Roman Reigns said it best. Those titles look best on his shoulders, but not on his own, before storming off to the back. Now, I don't know where we're going with Jey Uso next. I don't think they're going to turn him heel. I just don't see that happening because I, I would like to see a character change because if I'm being honest, I'm getting tired of this 10 minutes of yeeting every week, but I just don't see WWE moving away from that. I know us fans online will complain about it, but hell, the people in the arena, they they love to yeet, and I'm in WWE, they love seeing it. So I just don't know where they're going with Jey Uso here. I would like to see a character change and maybe he dials down on the yeeting. Maybe we get a more serious side of Jay, but I'm not sure yet. All right, next up, you had the final semifinal match in the Last Time Is Now tournament, Gunther versus Solo Sikoa. And this was probably the best singles match that we've seen from Solo Sikoa. And man, probably in his career, if I'm being honest. I can't think of a solo Sokoa match, singles match that was as good as what we got tonight. And going into it, it was heel versus heel, so I was kind of like, okay, heel versus heel matches don't really work well, but I thought it worked really well tonight. The crowd was very into it. They were obviously more on Gunther's side, but this was a really, really good match. I mean, and it's Gunther. Gunther's in that ring. You just know he's going to put on a banger. I mean, that guy could have a great match with a broomstick. That that's just how good Gunther is. Gunther is never going to have a bad match. No matter who he's in the ring with, he is never going to have a bad match. He just gets it. He's just one of those guys that just he knows what he's doing. He knows how he's just so damn good. My goodness. But I'll pick up after the last commercial break. So Solo is he lands the Ode to Rikishi, stalking after the ring general, charging in. Gunther takes his head off with a lariat. Back body drop. Gunther uh, pops up. Excuse me, another lariat. So close, jockeying for position. The ring general fights off a fireman's carry, wrenches the thumb, but Solo wrenches the thumb gut. Solo hits the Samoan drop for two, calling for the spike, drawing him up, but Gunther chops him right in the neck. That man, then his chops are insane. Chops on chops, backing him in the corner. Machine gun chops off the ropes, spinning Solo cuts him off. Diving splash, no deal. Samoan spike countered again, and then this is where Gunther applies his submission hold, the sleeper hold. Solo reaches the ropes, gets cut off, gets the corner. German suplex pulls him out, but the turnbuckle pad goes with him. Referee Rob Zabata busy putting the turnbuckle back. Gunther goes to the floor and gets into it with Tala Tonga, who was out there with Solo Sokoa, and gets dropped by a big boot. Tonga holding him in place. Zapata catches the interference. Gunther kicks Tala low and then smashes Solo's hand into the apron. Back inside, the ring general lands a low blow while Zapata was distracted with Tala Tonga on the outside. And then he hits the low blow, picks up Solo with the power bomb for the 1, 2, 3, and the finals for the Last Time Is Now tournament are set. Gunther versus LA Knight, and I'm sorry, LA Knight fans, but your buddy's gonna have to lay down one more time because this is Gunther's tournament to win. It's always been Gunther's tournament to win, and He is going to beat LA Knight, and then he is going to go on to challenge John Cena in John Cena's final match. So, all right, main event time. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte versus Rio, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley. All right, I'll pick up from the last commercial break here. So Ripley gets Flair up with a struggle. Razor's Edge connects Sky with a missile drop kick. Charlotte kicks out. Riptide counter, DDT from Flair. Tag to Bliss, super kick, spike DDT. Rhea kicks out. Oh boy, but the knees are up. Tags made. EO up and over. Big kick from Flair. Tag made. Natural selection. Bliss hooks her up. Sister Abigail DDT, but Ripley just in time breaks up the pinfall. Duck under a boot from Charlotte. Clotheslines her to the floor. Rhea drags EO over and tags in. Alexa meets her with the elbows. Ripley lifts her up, float over, gets hooked. Um, Fights out. Big headbutt clobbers Bliss. Pump handle Riptide connects. Tag to Sky. Diving moonsault. And I thought this was it, but then Charlotte Flair breaks it up just in the nick of time. All four women are down in the ring, and here come the Kabuki Warriors to put the boots to everybody. The match goes to a no contest, presumably. My God, man. I really wish we could just get some winners here. But WWE, they hate to pin their big stars, so they have to have a no contest. They got to have that DQ finish because, God forbid, you have one of these four women get pinned. It's not going to hurt them one bit. Kabuki Warriors clean house, but Bailey and Lyra Valkyria make the save. Valkyria wipes Kyrie out with a drop kick, and here comes the Judgment Day. Liv and Roxanne and Raquel make their way to the ring. Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez hold the titles up after they clear house. Um, Perez holds the title, but then when Liv slides into the ring, Perez apologetically hands her the title belt, the tag team title belt. But Liv shakes her head and gives it back to Roxanne before holding both their teammates' hands up. And that's how they're showing off the air. So, I mean, I guess at some point we're going to get either a fatal four way match for the women's tag team titles, or we could have a triple threat number one contenders match to figure out the contestants for Kabuki Warriors and who they'll defend those tag team titles against. But I don't know. I think I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not sure where they're going to go with that. But like I said, this show was far from epic. Wasn't even close to being an epic show. There were a few good things. The only epic thing about the show was that Braun Breaker promo. But I mean, let me know in the comments down below what your favorite part of SmackDown was. Raw, excuse me. I would love to get your thoughts. I will try to respond to some of your comments as well. But if you guys enjoyed this Raw review, hit that like button because I do these reviews for every single WWE show, Raw, SmackDown, PLEs, you name it. I will be here to cover the show and give my thoughts and all that good stuff. So if you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. We are only about 17 away now at this point. I would love to hit that goal by Christmas. We unfortunately couldn't hit that goal by Thanksgiving, but that's okay. Christmas is the new goal, so come help us make Wrestling City the greatest city in the world because I promise you, you will enjoy your stay here in Wrestling City. That's about it. I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care. God bless. Peace.